Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to do something different again. Well, all of this has been very different from what I normally do. The weather has changed. It's currently snowing outside. I've got a bunch of solar and power related things queued up to do. I just don't have the weather conditions to do them. So we're working indoors. We're gonna play some more with dough and the KYS spiral mixer. Per the manual here, the minimum batch size is 500 grams of flour, and the maximum batch size is 3 kilograms of flour at 60% hydration. So we're going to test that. I've got 500 grams of flour and my sourdough starter included in the calculation. 500 grams of flour in the mixing bowl already. I've got the appropriate amount of cold water here ready to go. So we're going to do the minimum batch size, and then I've got this giant bowl, another 2.5 kilograms of flour and water, and we're gonna turn that up to the maximum batch size and see what we get. See how it behaves on each end of its listed capabilities. So I'm going to throw the water in here, and we'll get the camera down and observe how this comes together, and then I'll add the rest of the water and flour and bring it up to the maximum batch size and see how that behaves. Okay, so here we are with the 500 grams of flour and 60% worth of water. I think that's 300, and my sourdough starter in there. And let's give her a spin and see how she comes together. You can see there's a wet spot and a dry spot going around because I poured all the water into one place. So it'll take a minute to gather all that up and distribute it around. Let's turn it up. So that is the maximum speed, 450 RPM there. Let me turn it down. Let it try to maybe incorporate some of that flour from the wall. Now you can see there I've got some dough stuck in the hook. That is something I have encountered when doing smaller batches. A lot of it just sort of gets wound up in the hook. It's not climbing up and out of the bowl or anything. It's just a bunch of it gets stuck in the hook. I think it's because there's not enough dough mass to get caught by the breaker bar there. So it just gets kind of pushed in the center of the spiral, and it'll spin around, then it'll fall out, and then it'll spin it around. So this is the absolute minimum published batch size. So it's bound to not be perfect, and I think all spirals have a similar sort of limitation. But you can see it is, I mean, it's kneading it, it's made the dough just fine. See, if I bring it up to higher speed, it throws it out. So you can see there the bowl is pretty much clean. Let me open this up, see what we've got here. See, it's kind of all wadded up there, but it's useful dough. It's fine. It's just it gets spun up on the hook. So something to consider when you do a little batch. That sort of thing is possible to happen. And is it an issue? I don't know. It seems to work fine though. It makes dough, it'll continue kneading it. Let me reset and get the 2.5 kilograms of flour in there, and we'll test the maximum batch size. Wow, this is a lot of flour. So there we go. That's 3 kilograms total of flour in the machine. Let me close the lid. Take her for a little spin. I haven't added any of my water yet. So I've got all the water right here. We'll start running that in. I did not clear off the hook, so all that dough is still mushed up in the hook, which we'll see if it's a problem or not. Okay, everybody's in the machine. Let me re-rig and see if we can get a better shot of this. There we go, a little bit lower to the action. Looks like the hook has cleared off. And we are mixing. Nothing's overflowed. Let me turn it up a little bit. And my fancy little temperature gauges there say that the bowl temperature is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. And look at that, just come right together. Already starting to get some pumpkininess. You can hear there are some dry spots in there, so. I'm at 200 RPM right now. And again, this is the maximum listed batch size, and do you hear it struggling? Go a little faster. That's 250 on the dial there. This thing is so quiet that I can hear when it gets to the dry spot. You can hear the flour swish against the bottom of the bowl. You can see it picking up dry flour and pulling it into the pumpkin to get mixed in. That's kind of mesmerizing to watch, actually. Let's go faster. So we are at 300 RPM. Will it let me do full speed? Full speed at full batch size. Let's see. Yep. So that's the full 450 RPM. Look at that thing go. So I'm going to turn it off here and scrape down the bowl. So we can actually get some good looking outcome here. I can still see it pulling up little bits of dry flour from the bottom. That is there's a lot of flour in there. But look how smooth and beautiful that is. Let's turn it back up for a bit and let her spin. Again, that's full speed. My bowl temperature is up to 72 degrees on the stickers. Look at that. That is beautiful. That almost looks like icing. And this is the maximum rated. And honestly, I think if you did it carefully, you could add more. There's definitely room in the bowl. That is beautiful. Let me see if we can get around here. Look at how, isn't that pretty? That is so neat. Okay, I'm gonna say that's probably about done. Let me shut this off, and I'll reset and pull it out of here, and we can see what it looks like. Okay, and we're back. I have pulled my sleeves up, taken my watch and rings off. I realized in my excitement to get this all incorporated that I forgot to add the salt, so I threw that in, and it's been spinning slowly here for another minute or so just to incorporate all the salt. Let's get it out of there onto the board and see what we have to work with here. Get some oil on my hands, some oil on the board, and hope for the best. So I may need the dough cutter. Wow. Let's try the reverse function and see if that, oh yeah, brings it right around to me. Sort of. Wow, there's just one little, wow, that is almost completely clean. And let's see what we've got here. So that is 4.8 kilograms of dough. Let's see if I can bring it together here. Yeah, I kind of messed up the surface from all the manhandling there. But let's see if we can get it to something pretty. It's not, I mean, it's stiff. It is definitely not overheated. Oh, look at that. 4.8 kilograms of dough. That is 3 kilograms of flour, 1.8 liters or 1,800 grams of water. So this is 60%. This is the exact rating of the machine. There's enough room in that bowl. You could easily push the hydration on this up a bit. You saw the volume that was left in the bowl, but over 10 pounds of flour, or of dough. That This is a beast of a machine. These spirals are beasts of machines. All right, I'm going to let this bulk on the counter here. I will put it in the fridge probably later tonight. Again, it's cold in the house, it's cold outside, so it's gonna grow slowly. And we're gonna make some bread this weekend. Thanks for watching.